Hello there, I'm Karika, and I was so inspired by the story that I'm going to read today that I made a picture for it, and that will be running in the background while I read. I'm pleased to tell you that I have a much better mic now, and I was able to sort out my voice mod program to get Coon and Bam in a place that I'm happy with them. Please give a like if you enjoy my new mic, and enjoy! Bam yawns into his hand, head down on their breakfast table as he dozes off again.
Hey, sleepyhead.
A hand rubs his shoulder.
I'm going to make something to eat. Pancakes sound okay?
The hand keeps pressure on him like a light tether to the waking world, and Bam looks up from where he's nestled into his crossed arms. He smiles, less tired than seconds ago.
They sound great. Thanks, Coon.
Coon grins down at him with such adoration it still makes him blush. Coon's joy at his reactions budding up to his cheeks, and he kisses the top of Bam's head.
I'll get started on them then.
Bam watches Coon shuffle to the adjacent kitchen from his sideways position. Their kitchen is a decent size, but still small enough Bam can see all the ingredients Coon pulls from the fridge. The eggs and berries and whipping cream, flour brought out from the pantry, all lined up neatly on the counter. He loves that everything is a shade of blue, like a wave of water rushing through their house, with Coon as the driving force. Feeling overwhelmingly at ease, Bam sighs out some of the happiness to keep his heart from rupturing.
What is it?
Bam refocuses his eyes on Coon, who had stopped in the middle of stirring, whisk raised in the air and shoulders stuck tight for some reason, and Bam remembers that posture, like something is wrong.
Nothing.
Bam reassures, but Coon doesn't budge.
Just thinking about you.
It's as if the last moments fade away because Coon's shoulders fall again, his face slightly stunned. But the small smile tugging at his lips lets Bam know he said the right thing.
They'll be ready soon. Could you get the coffee started?
Bam nods, slowly moving into the kitchen as Coon goes back to his task. He opens one cupboard to find regular glasses instead of mugs.
On your left, Bam.
Coon says without turning around.
Oh, of course.
Bam frowns, but opens the left cupboard to shelves of mugs. He must have not slept well last night, mind still a bit hazy. He sees the coffee grounds easily enough next to the pot and sets it to brew before heading back to his seat facing the window at the table. It's pretty outside, but he can tell how cold it is from the way blue refracts off the snow, morning light dimmed behind growing clouds. For a second, he sees swirls of black cutting through them, smoke and ash getting ready to fall. Mugs and plates are placed in front of him, and it surprises Bam out of his staring match with the sky. Coon adjusts some blue flowers in a vase on the table to complete their breakfast spread, taking the seat next to him. The smell of cooling butter coming from the pancakes, fruit cut precisely, and the bowl of whipped cream waiting for them filled the small room with a sweet warmth. He can see Coon eyeing him from the corner of his vision, and he picks up his fork. Coon smiles immediately.
Let's eat.
They eat in comfortable silence. The scrapes of forks and knives, of gulps of coffee, fill the space easily, and Bam's gaze wanders back to the outside while he chews. Clouds have gotten darker since earlier. He doesn't like that. It doesn't fit the scenery to have the sky be so gray and hidden. Coon asks him something, and he thinks he manages to respond because Coon doesn't say anything else. At some point, he stops eating, Coon moving about to clear the dishes. Bam looks down to see his plate is gone, switching back to looking at the two dark clouds to make sure. It's snowing again.
Coon, wait.
Bam doesn't pull his eyes from the window, but he hears the footsteps stop. The thumps come a little closer, heading all the way behind him until Bam feels Coon's head drop on his shoulder. long blue hair brushing his neck as their cheeks rub together.
Yes?
Coon whispers. They both watch the snow fall outside, cradled against each other, a pristine white blanket across the ground, dusting the trees to cover the carnage underneath. No red escapes, leaving the world perfectly untouched like the snow globes across their mantle. Bam stares out the window.
What happened with the war?
This close, he's hoping to feel the truth in Coon's heartbeat at his back, in the freezing of the limbs wrapping around him in a blanket of only Coon, maybe in a quick breath of realization. Coon only holds him tighter, pressing light kisses to his neck that flutter his heart, rhythm catching in his throat.
What war?
Coon twists Bam a little to face him.
Bam, are you having strange dreams again?
Bam looks into the blue of Coon's eyes, deeper than the color of the sky he knows is behind the clouds, concern shaping Coon's entire face into something he understands, and he relaxes. Coon would tell him the truth. He knocks their foreheads together with a relieved smile when he feels Coon's warm breath drift across his lips. Coon always takes care of him so well.
I guess I am. I'm sorry for worrying you.
There's tension lingering in Coon's eyes even as he cups Bam's cheek, searching Bam for answers, and he must find one because he laughs gently.
Do you want to take a nap? It's still fairly early.
Coon pulls Bam into his chest, slowly detangling his long hair. As long as he can remember after growing it out, Coon is the one to wash and dry and brush all of it, so he doesn't mind the length, closing his eyes to Coon's knowing touch. The fingers scratch against his scalp, and Bam feels himself fold more fully into Coon's arms. He hums against Coon's pajama top.
I think I will. All right.
Coon kisses his temple, and Bam has never felt this loved.
Head on up. I'll meet you soon.
Bam removes himself reluctantly from Coon, and the kitchen's temperature plummets, too cold without them connected, touching, blue licking his wounds away. He glances back to see Coon standing at the window, palm on the glass. He seems a little far away while looking outside. Maybe Coon is having the same dreams he is.
Coon?
Coon jolts, turning his head to face Bam.
Come to bed.
He smiles gratefully, and Bam's breath stumbles. Coon crosses the kitchen quickly, sweeping Bam into his embrace as they make their way back upstairs. In their bed, covered with blankets and cozy just for them, Bam presses himself more firmly into Coon, thankful for the warmth and security, happy to be far, far away from the frost gathering on the outside of the kitchen window pane. If you enjoyed how I read this story, consider subscribing so you don't miss when I upload a new fanfic reading like this one. I also play games dressed as characters and fully intend to play things as Coon, including Elden Ring. Have a good morning, noon, or night. See ya!